Hello everyone, and welcome back to more The Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask. And in this episode, what we're going to be going onwards to the North Gate, you know, for basically what Tatl was telling us to do, really. However, there is a lot of stuff to do at a time like this, really, and there's a lot to take in with this game, which probably explains why some people, you know, have mixed feelings with Majora's Mask, because this game can give you quite a bit of anxiety, I will admit, given the fact that you need to manage yourself quite well with time and what there is to do and stuff. But, you know, I'm going to be doing my best for this LP to basically explain what to do and why you're supposed to do it and that, and just recommending you for what I do, you know, for certain patterns around the game, really. In other words, if you just follow what I'm doing, it should be able to help you out. Because, like, here's the thing, I haven't really 100%ed this game, like, twice or anything. The only time I've 100%ed this game was literally only once or so, and because it was so memorable, it made me just remember most of it, really. So, you know, I haven't really looked up a guide or anything for this LP series. Young one, please hear my plea. I have been broken and shattered to pieces by the Masked Skull Kid. Please find the one stray fairy lost in town and bring her to this fairy fountain. Okay, cool, so I'm just gonna get to this straight away or so, where really what I could have been doing at the beginning is actually finding the stray fairy straight away. But I just wanted to show off, you know, the fact that that's why I'm getting the stray fairy in the first place, because otherwise I'll begin the episode and be like, wait, what? Why are you getting that fairy? You're supposed to go to the fountain, you know? Basically, I'm going to be playing this in the sort of perspective of, like, the first time player, but just so you understand what's going on and such, you know? So basically, yeah, I suppose I could look up a walkthrough and stuff to try and collect everything, but most of it is already at the top of my head, and I can kind of come up with my own routes and methods, you know, in order to collect everything, really. Where the stray fairy is actually located in two different places depending on what time of day it is. You see, if it's daytime, it's located in this area here, which is known as the laundry pool. But if it's nighttime, it's somewhere around town and you need to use a Deku flower in order to get to it or so. Please hear my plea. The Masked Skull Kid has broken me apart and scattered my pieces. Please find a way to return me to the fairy fountain in North Clock Town. Yeah, so there you go, right there or so. And the reason why I'm doing this is mainly, there's going to be this thing that's going to help me out a lot or so, but I'm going to be trying to get as much as I can on, like, the first day, because you see Majora's Mask has this sort of cycle going on, where 3 days pass by and you need to try and get as much done as you can in those 3 days. And then when it's all over, you basically reset time and then go back to the beginning and then try to do everything all over again, really. That's what I mean by, you know, the anxiety side of things, because time can go by really quick, but there are methods in order to slow time down and stuff to make it a lot easier for you. So just bear with, you know, and eventually you should find yourself liking this game a lot. I mean, for me personally, like I said at the very beginning of episode 1, this is my favourite game of all time, mainly just because how everything memorable is to me, you know, and just, I don't know, it's just my type of game, really. I love the style of Majora's Mask with the 3-day cycle mechanic going on. And the atmosphere, you know, and the side quests, really. Every side quest in this has been, like, a part of my memory. It's not just something thrown in for simple effect. It's one that I'm just like, oh, it's this. Yeah, I remember this side quest. This one was cool. I don't know, man. It's just preferences. Tatl and you, young one of the altered shape. Thank you for returning my broken and shattered body to normal. I am the Great Fairy of Magic. I thought that Masked Skull Kid was helping me, and I grew careless. All I can offer you now is this. I shall grant you magic power as a sign of my gratitude. Please accept it. I'm sure we will accept it or so, because basically when she grants us it, it will explain to us what we're supposed to do with it. But it's honestly quite odd, this magic power, I will be honest. Like, even though we're known as Deku Link and we're basically based upon Dekus, I've never really seen them do this before, but what it allows us to do is basically shoot a bubble of snot by pressing the B button, really, and then holding it down to charge a more powerful shot. You see, I've never really seen Dekus do that, not like even in Ocarina of Time and stuff. I know, it's just weird, really. So you see right there, it's basically just telling us to shoot a magical bubble of goop, I guess, or something. I don't know, I always see it as snot, really. The man who lives in the observatory outside of town may know of the Skull Kid's whereabouts, but be careful. Okay, keep note of all the stuff highlighted in red. That's really important as well. You must not underestimate that child's powers, kind young one. If ever you are returned to your former shape, come see me. I shall give you more help. Okay, now that's probably the most important line out of that cutscene, if you ask me. That last thing that she told us about, when we need to return to her when we're our former self, I'll explain why later or so when it actually happens, but we'll get something from her that will help you a hell of a ton in the dungeons. And believe me, you will need this or so, because without it, it's a pain in the ass to do everything, I will admit. But anyway, let's just see what this kid here has to say to begin with. I was going to shoot at him for no apparent reason. What do you want, Shrimp? I'm busy practicing with my blowgun. If you can't pop that balloon, then don't mess with Jim. Grr, there you go, that's why. Otherwise, then again, you think, wait, what? Why'd you just pop that balloon and stuff? Like I said, I don't know, I'm trying to make things make sense, really. This is just my style of play when it comes to this LP. It's very informative and guided, I guess. I don't know, really. But still. Are you the one who just popped that up there? Not bad for a Deku Scrub. We bombers have a hideout that leads to the observatory outside town. You need a code to get in. Maybe I'll tell you what it is. But don't think you're getting it that easily. I can't just tell you what the code is. You'll have to pass my test first. Are you ready? Oh yeah, I've got nothing else to do, have I? Alright, line up guys. If you can find all 5 of us by tomorrow morning, I'll teach you the code. Are you ready? Yep. Oh boy. Now some people tend to have a hard time with these people, but as long as you follow for like where I'm going and stuff, they're not too hard to find. I mean, I suppose first time in that they are somewhat a bit confusing. But the very first one is right behind here, and he's just ran off. Well, that's just freaking brilliant, but at least I caught him like this. Because I will admit, when you're trying to capture like these kids and stuff, spin into them, some of their movements for running around can just be randomized, and they run a lot faster than us, really. So trying to capture some of them can be somewhat a little annoying, especially given the fact that, you know, like, certain areas that we get to, like this bit over here, that transitions to a new bit. Sometimes the kids will run outside of that barrier, and then they'll just constantly keep running forwards, and, you know, that can be annoying also when you're trying to find them. Also, it literally just spoilt where the next 2 kids are right there. I actually never noticed that also, wow. If you literally don't go in here before where it triggers the cutscene, it literally just shows you where the kids are. That's actually kind of cool, because most of the time I just like to look around town first and then do it, but I don't know really. Anyway, as long as you hit them though, they're able to fall down really. And like I say, they're not too hard to find, at least the second time around. Like I was saying, you know, first time you might be like, oh my god, where are those kids and stuff, and you know, time would just go by really fast. I mean, you gotta remember, we started the day at like, what is it, 6 AM? It is now 3 PM in the afternoon, you know, that is how fast time will go by, you know, you gotta keep note of that. And also, Tata wants to say something at a time like this. What is it? Oh, why do we have to play these stupid brats little games? Come on, hurry up and find them already. Only 14:38 left until morning. I don't know, I'm not very good at time and stuff, but still. Yeah, so the last kid pretty much is not too far to find, really. And, it should make it a bit easier for you also, because mainly the thing that we get out of doing this is quite crucial, and I'm trying to do, like I was saying, as much as I can on the first day. Because, I suppose I could just wait and do them later, but doing them now, I don't know, it gets it all out of the way, really. And every time you enter a new area, this new cutscene will appear, which is why, you know, earlier, I was basically saying about, oh look, it's showing the kids and that, and it's also showing the kid here as well. That's cool. So basically, as long as you don't go into these areas to begin with, they pretty much just show a camera panning and it spoils where every kid is, so I just keep that in mind as well, I guess. I've literally only just noticed that, by the way. But that's all of them right there. Okay. You're pretty good for a Deku Scrub. If only you were human, then I could give you an original Bomber's Notebook and make you a member. What do you guys think? No way, no scrubs! I guess not. Once we let some kid who wasn't human join our gang, and boy, did we ever regret it. Sorry. But I'll teach you the code, just like I promised. I can tell you only once though, so pay close attention. Are you ready? Yep. Oh god. I am terrible at memorization when it comes to these kind of things, so I'm probably going to forget this really, really quick. Oh my god, what? 13425, okay, cool. The entrance to our hideout is in East Clocktown. Oh my god, I'm probably going to forget this immediately because I'm too busy talking, but we'll see how it goes also. 13425, okay, I'll try and keep that in my head. I'm not promising anything though. Boy, cool. Now, is Tingle around somewhere, really? Because one thing I'd like to do is, try and just talk to Tingle and stuff, because he allows you, to get maps from him. In fact, yeah, there he is right there or so, because now I can show off, you know, what happens when you shoot Tingle with your snot. It causes him to fall down, and yeah, it's just Tingle, by the way. He looks terrifying, doesn't he? I think he even tells you of his age when you speak to him in this. In fact, I'm kind of curious. Let me just have a look. What's this? Green clothes? White fairy? Sir, could you, by chance, be a forest fairy? Oh my. My name is Tingle. I think I am the same as you, sir, a forest fairy. Alas, though I am already age 35, oh my god, really? No fairy has come to me yet. My father tells me to grow up and at my age, but why? I tell you, Tingle is the very reincarnation of a fairy. Now while I stand here waiting for a fairy of my own, I sell maps to help out my father, sorry. Lucky, you're so lucky to have a fairy. I know, we should be friends. Yes, in exchange, I will sell you a map for cheap as a sign of my friendship. Will you buy one of Tingle's maps? Yeah, I guess so. I mean, you have one for the clock town, which is only 5 rupees. Ideally, I actually don't need these that much, because I know where everything is. But I just like to have them anyway, just in case, because there will be times where you may get lost in this game. So, I don't know, I'm just getting them like that. Well, cool again. Tingle, tingle, coolie limpa! That is a catchphrase that I never forget, and it's awesome. These are the magic words that Tingle created himself. Don't steal them. Yes, basically, Tingle has copyright going on. Also, that is really weird what he does there. I swear he literally farts, and then the balloon just suddenly comes out again. You're very weird, good sir, but still. Okay, so now I've found all that. What I now need to do is... What do you want, Tattle? He said the secret route is in East Clocktown, so why aren't you going there? Don't tell me you forgot the Oh, no, of course not. Definitely not. Whoa, look at the time. You don't even have 3 days left. Oh, my God. Okay, cool. And now it's about to transition to night the first day already. Oh my god, Jesus. I really haven't got much done, have I? Okay, right, so... Okay, I believe the code, if I remember correctly, is, 1345, I think it was, wasn't it? 13425? Oh my god, what? No way, I literally guessed that also. Fair enough, cool, that's fine by me. I honestly thought I forgot it, and I thought I'd try, but it works. Okay, cool, that makes a change. That's right. If you know the code, then you remember, right? Okay, here you go. Right, cool, so yeah, once you're allowed to do that, you're able to enter this hideout also to help you out. There's a lot of cool stuff at that telescope guy's place. Telescope guy. Oh yeah, and the Bomber's Secret Society of Justice Forever. Oh boy, cool. With it being, almost, shall I say, night of the first day, this means I can do a couple of things at the minute, but I kinda just want to go to this first place to begin with, because then it'll be an important thing also needed just to make things a lot easier, I guess, really. And just trying to get as much done as possible. You see, the bell chimes a couple of times, and then suddenly, night of the first day, 60 hours remain. You know, it's enough to build for, like, suspense and stuff going on, really. But, if I actually get a move on instead of just dawdling around the place, what I mainly want to do is just collect this item or so, which basically unlocks something that you'll be able to access when it gets to the final day, and then something traumatic will happen. But, I don't really want to spoil anything too much about that. What do you want now? Jesus! I wonder how the astronomer, knows the Skull Kid. Whoa, look at the time! You don't even have 3 days left! Yes, I don't know already, Tattle. You've said that so many times and things. But, a fun little fact, actually, for, like, an Easter egg going on. If I look down, you'll see, like, this picture down here, which basically looks like some kind of dolphin. I believe that was used to show off, like, some sort of thing with the GameCube, because I believe the GameCube's project codename, when it was under, you know, development and stuff, was known as, Project Dolphin, really. In fact, Super Mario Sunshine also, references this, you know, with Isle Delphimo, being in the shape of, like, a dolphin and stuff. I don't know, it's just a fun little Easter egg they threw in, I guess. Well, a strange-looking child has joined me today. Are you a new friend of the Bummers, gang? Your manners seem much better than those of your mischievous friend from the other day. I don't even know how to pronounce that. That ill-mannered troublemaker from the other day said he'd break my instruments. He said he'd steal my moon's tear. There was no stopping him. Even now, just watch him. He's probably causing trouble around the clock tower. Will you gaze into the telescope? Yeah, I guess so. Might as well. Hopefully it doesn't do that weird glitch thing that it did before, like the first time recording. Oh my god, it did! did! What? This is so absurd. It's done this again. Okay, really, it's supposed to show, like, you know, some sort of eclipse to give the vision of a telescope, but for some reason on the Wii U version, it does this. I have no idea why, but still. Look, see, it even shows you it right here. When you go into the cutscene, it transitions to, like, an eclipse being shown, but now it just goes out of it. I honestly don't know why it does that and things. I mean, every time I play this on, like, the original N64 version, it doesn't do that. It's really weird. I don't get it. I don't know, maybe the Wii U has, like, some sort of emulation problem or something, given the fact that I'm recording this in 1080p? But I don't know really, but still, either way, something there has happened, and I could use this actually for a thumbnail. There we go. Lovely old screenshot right there. And, oh wait, I thought the game crashed then for a second, that was weird. Well, did you find that troublemaker? And that loud noise? What was that? Perhaps another moon's tear has fallen nearby. Go through that door and take a look outside. But I wonder how that troublemaker got on top of the clock tower. The only way up there is, through the clock door, and that opens only on the eve of the carnival. Alright, cool, so I guess then I might as well go outside and collect this moon's tear. And, probably, honestly, call this episode off here or so. You see, Majora's Mask and that, and just me in general, I don't really like to make these too long or so, really. Its sparkling beauty radiates rather strangely. Alright, cool, I thought it was going to tell me something important then. So, yeah, I reckon for now, so I'm going to call this episode off here, because it's been, like, around 16 minutes or so, and it's, I don't know, I want to keep them small and simple at the minute, otherwise they go on for too long. So in the next episode of The Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask, we'll be taking this moon's tear to a certain person, and then getting a couple of side quests done during the day. So take care guys, I hope you've enjoyed this episode, and I will see you in the next one.